How's it going on there, true believers? It is I, Shane. I'm here to give you, I promise you, and I'm back with another episode of Ironheart. It's episode 4, Bad Magic. And it's actually a good time for me to do this. It's officially fall. It's spooky time. So it's time to get into this. But before I go any further, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more videos just like this one. And if you want to support me even further, my Patreon link is in the description below. Make sure you leave a comment and share this video. Yeah, so one thing I need to reflect on that I did not mention last time. I'm pretty sure I didn't mention it last time. We found out that Joe was really Ezekiel Stain, right? Well, what the and this is funny because Iron Man was in 2008. So what the world believes happened is that Obadiah Stane died in a plane accident, right? I guess somehow S.H.I.E.L.D. decided to tell Joe Ezekiel the truth that he died trying to kill Iron Man. So kind of it's gonna be some juxtaposition in a minute, but yeah, that's what was going on there. The logo for this show, which I actually took I took a picture of this one because it took me a while to go, oh, they're doing the cool thing. And I saw some discourse. I have to find pictures for thumbnails. So saw some discourse on Twitter. I'm not calling it the new name. New name is stupid. The only X I recognize is the anime movie that left me depressed as a child. But people hated the title cards. The title cards are pretty cool and comic booky, but then the same person's like, yeah, you deserve to talk shit about them. Was like the emoji, the way they did emojis and Miss Marvel was great though. What is the fucking difference? 2 minutes and I already dropped the F-bomb. I'm sorry. I know the fucking difference. I know the difference. I see you. I call you out. I'm not putting the person's UN or whatever on here because I don't care that much. I just mute, block, and move on. But yeah, no, y'all gonna look at this because I chose to not make these the thumbnail. I chose to pick a picture of what went on in an episode. Yep, that's N.A.T.A.L.I.E. No, Ironheart backwards. But yes, that is very funny because that's inside the pizza shop. We get a quick little flashback of John and Parker getting ready to do like the first job, whatever. Mr. Puerto Rican Zach Taylor from Power Rangers. And apparently it's not personal, it's business. We'll find out how much BS that is. But they're doing a little memorial for John, and they're all like, oh, I missed this. And Riri is conspicuously quiet, and just you got Parker. Hold on, let me be Parker leaning in that chair looking like this, just staring at Riri and like, what I liked about John? He was loyal and he was honest. It's like, okay, I guess you playing the long game. And Riri is so weird. Natalie's saying that she's paranoid. No, if you all have been here since the days of me doing my Digimon reviews and when I went to Digimon Ghost Game, a frequent thing that gets under my skin is when characters who have knowledge of the world they're in and their situations and can understand that they might not understand something, when they say stuff that is so stupid, even a super computer such as Natalie, just like, nah, you just being paranoid. He has a magical cloak that you all are scanning his energies, and oh boy, we're gonna get to that in 2 seconds. But throughout this whole entire thing, and she's like, oh, what's the next job? He's like, I'll let you know. And it's like, yeah, no, he's not gonna let you know. He gonna get you. He's gonna get you. Remember the last episode was Girl, We in Danger? Was that the last episode? Yeah, Girl, We in Danger. You in danger. Just how is Natalie so dumb? I don't get it. Let me see. Talk about the backstory Parker. Yeah. I'm gonna try my best to not, because I had to remember what happens in these episodes. That was a little bit of a dip. We'll talk about the backstory next episode of Parker. But Riri and Nat are studying the cloak, right? the Hood's cloak. There's a character named Cloak, so I'm trying not to call it Cloak. But there's also, you guys remember The Cape? I think that was the show The Cape on NBC. Like, I want to say 2009, 2010. It came on. I believe Keith David. Is his name David or Davidson? Keith David Davidson, whatever. Goliath from Gargoyles. He was in there. I think he did the voiceover, and the cape where, like, the guy had this cape that he could just, it would grab on the people if he wanted it to. Kind of like a white spawn kind of thing. I digress. They say they don't know how much N.A.T.A.L.I.E and Riri don't know how much more Parker's body can take. And they don't know where this thing comes from. It's not Kree, Wakandan, Stark, or Pym-Tech, and no known energy source. It has its own contained energy that's just going in and out and in and out. And then the Hood disappeared when she held her breath because her mom, I love this. This is Ryan Coogler will executive produce the shit out of this. And the creator for the show, I forget her name. Is her name Erin Hodges? She, like, black moms don't believe in no locked doors in that house. You can lock the bathroom door, I guess, but even then, no locked doors in the house. So that was so funny. So the Hood disappears and it comes back, and here is where I get to go off, which is so funny. I'm going off here, and you can tell what I think of episodes based on the type of shirt I wear, if you're paying attention. Natalie goes, we should call Shuri. And now Riri's just being an asshole, because she is like, sure, I'm going to call her and go, it's this guy with the magical hood, and I've been doing gigs with him, and he's going to try to kill me because I asked him to kill. Like, she's not going to believe that. But you. And let me just try to remember, Wakanda Forever was when, y'all? Was that 2022? Right? That was 2022, right? I don't even want to look this up. Hold on. We're just gonna look it up real quick because you made me. Yep, 2022. As the pale people call it, Wakanda Forever, right? 2022. And let's just say we're in real time, even though I want to say Falcon and Winter Soldier and then the Captain America movie, we finally caught up in time, I think. I don't know. But let's just assume that it is 3 years since then to right now. So Shuri, you girl were an MIT, and you built a device that can find vibranium just because you needed to make money. You did it for the thing, a class, or whatever. You're smart enough to do that. Fine. I believe that. And you were able to find it, and they found it in the middle of the ocean. The middle ocean is an Atlantean society filled with super Mexicans. And there's one of them who's a literal mutant and has wings on his feet. And when he's out of water, he can punch Winston Duke in the chest and make him go flying like he's in Dragon Ball Z. And he can fly in the air, but when he's wet, he's even stronger. Pause. Sounded weird. But when he's drenched, still sounds weird. Regardless of such, he's super duper strong. And you fought these mer people who have native feathers, Aztecian feathers, and super spears. And they ride on... Do they ride on fish? Or am I confusing that with Aquaman? Almost the same difference, right? Except Aquaman is apparently a god now. We ain't talking about that. We talking about Marvel. You telling me you did all that with Shuri? I almost called her by the actress name. We'll call Letitia, right? You did all that. And we know that Thor is a god, and we sing Aryans, and we know that Doctor Strange is a thing, Wands of Watum. But you think that she would not believe you? This is gonna come up again in my review for the end episode and the whole series, but I call bullshit, and it feels like bad writing. It feels so dumb. It would have been so much more believable if you just had the character being stubborn and going, no, I'm going to figure this out myself. As opposed to saying, she's not going to believe me. Oh, no way she's going to believe all of this fanciful shit, even though we literally went to war with literal mer people. They had a dude with a hammerhead shark for a helmet. And they're not going to believe that. What? Like, when people write this stuff and have the people say it out loud, are we just focusing on how well the actors do it, or do we actually read what has been put down here? Can y'all hire me to be there to just like read and like listen for this? Cause I swear I don't get it. I do not get this. And matter of fact, because again, I'm gonna bitch and moan about this later on. Why did Wakanda do Riri like that? She fought with y'all, but y'all took the armor that she made with y'all, which by the by, I ain't gonna lie, the armor in this series 10 times better than the one that was in Wakanda Forever, because it had braids. What? Ew. Like, ugh. But the one in here looks great, looks fantastic. Mwah. I love it. It's perfect. It's good. Don't change a thing. Even see 3 sets of armors. Very Iron Man-esque. I like it. Go from the white one to the one that kind of looks like her in the comic. The last one we see, it's fantastic. I need to go get my hero click to bring it in so y'all can see it. But why? So Wakanda just ain't did shit for you? They didn't go, oh, you can keep this because we know it takes money and resources to make this. Oh, you would be fine in the MIT. You would do just fine. You are smart. I had a taste of what my vision can be like, and you took that away? I know everybody love Wakanda. As a comic book reader, I've said this before, I said it again, always identified with Luke Cage, not just because of my first name, not just because he's originally from Chicago, but because he does street level stuff and he fights for the people. Heroes for Hires to help people out on the street level. While y'all up there fighting wizards and monsters and shit, they still got to deal with gangs, and sometimes the gangs got superpowers too. Luke Cage, while he has an attitude, he's never been arrogant like T'Challa, even though T'Challa is like the better part of Wakanda. Comics we're talking. The only reason why he's likable now is, God rest his soul, Chadwick Boseman. Just flat out. The brand synergy saved T'Challa for the comics, for me at least, because they made him a lot more likable. Because that annulment to Storm, middle finger to him. I digress. Wakanda's always been like this. And you mean tell me y'all just did not give your girl shit? You didn't help her at all? What she did, she could have died out there at sea, and her mama wouldn't have known, and her roommate wouldn't have known, and I think those only people besides Cree Summer, nobody would have known, and she would have just died. I'm not trying to say F Wakanda, but F Wakanda, bro. Just anyhow, doesn't want to talk to Shuri. Being stupid. Even here, I went off on why wouldn't they believe you. So, meanwhile, Ezekiel Stain is in jail. They talking shit. By the way, homegirl, what is her name? Samantha Chapman. Yeah, ABC, Channel 7, Chicago. You know, they reporting on him, like, and people saying, oh, he put a stain on the family name. Oh, and what's the other name? Judy. I can't remember. I don't think her name is Judy Sue, but Judy. I see y'all. And he's in jail. Parker's people gonna go. Parker gets in, says, yeah, it look like you and I got an issue here. It's Riri Williams, because he even hints to Riri, you know, if you were gonna get outside help, I wish you would have told me. And she's like, well, blah blah, bullshit. Now, here's what I probably didn't explain last episode because I was too busy going off. Joe, Ezekiel, Zeke, whatever you want to call him, Baby Stain was like, as long as you don't leave the stuff, he didn't even want to give it to her, but he trusted her. He said, as long as you don't leave anything there, because if you do, they're going to trace it back to me. Damn, you done goofed, because now 2 people are dead. They blamed him. And Parker obviously doesn't believe that he killed what's his face. So dumb. So dumb. But before, he's like, yo, we're gonna come back and get you out. Actually, prior to this, Riri went and visited him. He regrets trusting her. Understandable. And here's what he says, and this is going to have some bearing on that last episode. You lie, you cheat, and you manipulate. Eddie Guerrero. You do anything you can to save yourself, even if that means hurting other people in the process. And he's like, God, I'm done. When I get to that last episode, I'm going to say he not wrong. Because tunnel vision. It's crazy. All 3 major characters, tunnel vision. Joe, tunnel vision, would like, oh, I like this tech stuff, and I want to save the world. But then you got Parker, who has tunnel vision, which we'll see how his tunnel vision gets even tunnelier. And Riri is just like, yeah. So she talks to Xavier. I'm skipping parts, and I'm going kind of in order because I got to get all this out. Try to get it out fast. She talks to him, he talks about being Spock. He was still kind of pissed about the whole about the whole N.A.T.A.L.I.E thing. And they're having a conversation. She asks him if she's good, and he's like, good is just a label. And I'm like, bullshit, don't say that. No. Like, do you know the correct thing to say, brother? The correct thing to say is, if you have to question if you're a good person, that means that some part of you is good. I noticed that people who are full of themselves believe they're righteous. That's why most villains are great villains, because they're like, no, I'm the good guy. Why you guys think I'm the bad guy? Although there are villains who are like, yeah, no, I know what I'm doing is messed up and I love it. Those are good villains too. I wish we had more of those in comics, not in the real world. We got too many of those. But I found that conversation to be annoying. Like saying good, bad doesn't matter. It depends on who's labeling you. That does matter, because all of us are either the heroes or villains in someone else's story. That is true. But saying it's just a label feels like we're just kind of get her off the hook with that. I'm not buying that at all. But so, Riri's mom's like, let me help you out here. I want to help you, baby girl. She's like, okay, talks about getting some magical help. Like, oh, I know Sage. Mama got the plug. Kind of. That was funny. I forget whoever plays her mother, which I feel bad. I know I put it in my tags and stuff, but she does a fantastic job acting. So they go to Mrs. Statton's shop, magical shop, and we meet Zelma. Zelma, is that really her name? Kind of like Velma. Zelma, right? By the way, these are real characters. I'm not making. Yep, Zelma Statton. Miss Statton is Cree Summer. And so, she busts out the cloak and like, well, I need help with this. And Zelma's like, oh, that's some crazy stuff. And so, Mama Statton and Mama Riri come in, Ronnie come in. Then she do this magic stuff. They shift. I love the effects. No matter what you can say, the effects in this show are fantastic, and they shift. And now they're in the place the Never Niz was, the east of Never land. Right? I forget the name. Did I write it down even? Just let me see something. Did I even write it down, y'all? Because, yeah, Mom got the plug. Zelma's cute. Western cortex of Neverish. Damn, I write down everything. They are literally magical Negroes. Quite literally. Zelma is actually from the comics. Strange Academy. She had this dark being inside of her. I think it was like an evil soul eating worm type of thing that had been eating at her over time, and she went to Doctor Strange because he's literally a doctor, and he helped solve that issue, and she became the librarian for the Strange Academy. Well, for the Sanctum Sanctorum, then by de facto by the Strange Academy. Even when Doom took it over, when he became Sorcerer Supreme, she still stayed as the librarian. She has magical abilities. Played by, I forget this young lady's name here, but very good look. Cute as a button. Very Chi-Town coded. Her parents were both at Carmitage. I can believe that for Cree Summer. I love the fact that she is this character. I wish she was a more notable character, but I'm okay with that for Cree Summer. They left so that they can have the baby. By the way, this character is queer. This is a queer character. Very, queer coded. Not in the comics, but here, queer coded, just like the actor. So lining up things like that where it doesn't really matter too much. It's cool, but yeah. Very, very cool character, especially in the comics. So nice to see that she's here. They're looking at the cloak and they're like, oh man. And they do some splats on the wall. Looks like the dark dimension. Look like a little devil horns there. And she's like, this is like some Dormammu shit. I can't do a Cree Summer impression. Her voice is too iconic. But yeah, you need to get out. Y'all gotta go. We can't have this here. Destroy the cloak. And I'm thinking to myself, Cree Summer, I love you dearly. How the hell are they supposed to do that? Of course, Ronnie is pissed because she goes, well, you could have told me that you needed that kind of help instead of leaving me in the dark. By the by, it didn't mean for this review to be long, but Parker does get his powers from Dormammu in the comics. Like, this is Dormammu looking at Parker going, bring me from the dark dimension now. So, Bob's your uncle. But has this fight with her. No, that's not true. No, Xavier didn't meet her yet. He meets her later. She's flying and she's, maybe it's because I don't like teenager like characters that act like this, but her mom is wondering why she doesn't trust her. And she's like, you always went to Gary, you never went to me. And, she said she didn't come to her and she wanted to handle it on her own. And, her mom was like, you keep running from this shit. She literally gets in the suit and runs away. Long story short, Parker gets Joe out, gets him out of prison. And then they start, I think, hold on. Make sure I didn't. County jail, horrifying. Zeke shapes his head. They're doing alterations to his body. You see on the screen, by the way, that Slug says, oh, power gonna go to Parker Robbins. T-D. Cool. I fast forward all that because that was the real ending to go, oh, snaps. This is what's going to happen. Fast forward. We're going to go back a little bit. She's having a panic attack. And computer Natalie's like, what do I do? She flies to go get Xavier, not revealing herself yet. Drops him off at Riri, then reveals herself. And he calls her an abomination. Well, what do you want me to do? Delete it. And Riri for her is like thinking about doing it. This applies to the last episode. Cannot wait to go off on that last episode. But, Natalie's kind of hurt. She's like, damn, you really gonna delete me? Zips back into the suit because she's been able to move through things, little pendant, everything else, and just flies off in the suit. And Xavier's pissed, and because Riri has a small point, goes, well, you still use the headphones that you use with her because you're like, oh, she's in everything. He's like, I'm honoring her, remembering her. This is just nasty. You're trying to bring her back to life. This isn't my sister. And I'm like, I get it. I kind of get it. But she didn't do it on purpose, but I kind of get it. Everybody here's an asshole but Natalie. And the funny part is, because of that cool magical thing, because the effects are still top notch, and because we are able to go between what's going on with Parker and Zeke and what's going on with Riri, I like that the pacing is so good. This is still a 4 out of 5 for me. I like the magical side of Marvel. I really do. It's my thing. It's my jam. And it's about to get a whole lot more magical. Apologize, I gotta get through some of my notes. It's gonna get a whole lot more magical. 4 out of 5 for me. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Cree Summer. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anything that puts her in it is gonna get an automatic bump up for me. It's just, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. Those are the rules, people. But yes, 4 out of 5. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't worry, you're going to see the episode 5 review tomorrow. Tomorrow, if nothing happens. If you don't see it tomorrow, you'll see it the day after tomorrow. But you should be seeing it tomorrow. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do not forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we notified of more reviews like this. And if you want to support me, my Patreon link is in the description below. Go ahead and give it a beep, beep, beep. Donate what you can. Is truly appreciated. Yeah, not gonna lie. What was that? It was episode 3 was 3.5. This is a 4 out of 5. It's this series. I might surprise you when we get to the ending. We got to get to episode 5. So please be good, be blessed. Wash your hands, drink some water, be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk, all right? And remember that there are people out there that care about you. Please reach out to someone if you're feeling down, if you're feeling stressed. Do not do what Riri Williams is doing. Do not hold everything in. You need to talk to someone, get some therapy, get some help, because I promise you there are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. You want to talk to me? My social media is in the description below. Give me a follow. Be mellow when you say hello, and we will be good to go. Until next time, true believers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See you later.